Congratulations to John Cena, who I will be taking questions for now. Cena, I think, to my career, means a lot. I don't think there's many people up in that rare air where if you talk about my career, I feel you have to talk about John. And it makes me feel proud that I think you talk about John's career, I think you have to talk about me. You know, we're married in that respect. So, proud of him. He gets to go out on his terms. I know that's important. I'm looking forward to what he does. And I told him that if it's going to be one more time, we got to do it at least one more time.
The end of whatever my career is going to look like. Trust me, I am the champion for a reason, and I'm here to stay, and nobody's going to change that. I'm not going anywhere anytime soon.
CM Punk and Becky Lynch just break silence messages about their careers, and the retirement talk is heating up. Plus, we'll break down what this means for WWE's future and the company's response. This is going to be massive, so let's get right into it.
Have you seen recently him talking about that he'd like to retire you? He'd like to work with you again. Have you seen that?
He would like to retire me?
That was the quote, yeah.
Oh, okay. All right. Well, I would like to be able to fly. I don't think that's going to happen anytime soon.
Would it be nice to work with him again, though, in like a better, you know, because I'm sure he regrets, well, he has said he regrets a lot of things he said after the last Magic you made together.
You know, like, I think there's got to be a lot of bridges to be crossed, you know, like, I don't know how many years I have left, you know, and I'm all for giving people, you know, second, third, fourth, fifth.
Let's start with the voice of the voiceless himself, CM Punk. At 47 years old and currently holding the WWE World Heavyweight Championship, CM Punk just dropped a bombshell about his retirement plans. In a recent interview with Cinema Blend, Punk got real about when he plans to hang up his boots. Here's what he said, and I quote, "When I was 15, if you asked me if I'd be wrestling when I was 40, I would tell you no, that's crazy. 40 is so old. I'm 47 and I don't feel old yet." But
when you do decide to retire, are you going to do a year-long retirement tour like John Cena?
No, I think you can't because he did it.
He did. Well, no, you could do 2 year. Just one up him.
I said this on the microphone, I think with Cena, one of the segments we did, I said, we are on the same path. I'm just not egotistical enough to announce it.
I like that.
You know, and it's honestly.
But here's the kicker. Punk revealed that he's eyeing the age of 50 as his retirement milestone. That means we could have just 3 years left of CM Punk in the ring. He mentioned legends like Terry Funk and Ric Flair who wrestled well into their later years, and even luchadores still performing in their 70s. But Punk made it clear, I would estimate probably the big 50 is when I should maybe gracefully bow out. Knock on wood, if nothing else horrible happens.
Second gone to sleep. The cover. CM Punk will release. Punk. GTS. Yes. Punk with the victory. Can roll. Punk's in trouble. Super stomp. My God. Roman Reigns. Or Punk is helpless. Or stop the Punk. Oh my God. Rollins.
Think about what this means, folks. Punk was away from WWE for nearly a decade before his epic return at Survivor Series 2020. He just won the World Heavyweight Championship again in 2025, and now we're on a countdown to potentially see his final matches, with WrestleMania 42 in Las Vegas coming up, the Royal Rumble, and Elimination Chamber on the horizon. Every match could be part of building toward his legacy's final chapter. Now Now let's shift gears to the man herself, Becky Lynch. Becky recently opened up about her own retirement plans, and unlike Punk, she's not putting a specific number on it yet. In a recent interview, when asked about her last match, Lynch simply said, "Nah, not yet." She's made it crystal clear that she's nowhere near the finish line.
I mean, this is a woman that the locker room looked up to. She was a role model. People like Lyra Valkyria based everything in their career on Becky Lynch. And now Becky Lynch is trying to
But here's where it gets interesting. Becky revealed she has a plan mapped out until I retire, and she's thinking long-term about her legacy. She's currently focused on the Women's Intercontinental Championship, and she even suggested renaming it the Galactic Championship to reflect her ambition and the scale she brings to the division. Lynch isn't just thinking match to match anymore. She's building a legacy that she wants to define on her terms. She joked that the entire galaxy should recognize what she's done with the belt, and honestly, that's the Becky Lynch we know and love. Bold, ambitious, and always in control of her own narrative.
In time! Here yet again! They've gone to oh my goodness! Signs! Good grief! Damn! Kendo stick! Good Lord! You've got to be on fire!
The fact that both Becky and her husband Seth Rollins were asked about retirement in the same interview shows that this is becoming a real conversation in the WWE locker room. While Seth said he's closer to the end than the beginning, but hasn't thought about his final match yet, Becky's making it clear she's got years left in the tank.
Oh, hello. How are you? Good, how are you?
You okay? You good?
Yeah.
Going well?
Yep.
Oh.
You good?
Yep.
So what does all this mean for WWE? First off, let's talk about the elephant in the room. John Cena's retirement tour is already underway, and now we're getting retirement timelines from CM Punk and career plans from Becky Lynch. WWE is entering an era where some of its biggest modern stars are starting to think about their exits. For CM Punk, with potentially just 3 years left, WWE needs to maximize every moment. That means high-profile feuds, dream matches, and possibly passing the torch to the next generation. Punk's upcoming matches with Finn Balor, his Royal Rumble appearance, and the road to WrestleMania 42 just became even more significant.
After him. And be like, that's how you could do it, dude.
It's one of those things where, like, I know it's looming, and you know, when I came back to WWE and I blew my tricep right away, there was part of me that was like, oh, is this it? This sucks. And yeah, I came back for it in record time, pat myself on the back. Like 6 months I was back in the ring, and I was doing the best work of my career, in my opinion.
For Becky Lynch, it's a different story. She's not setting a deadline, but she is making demands about how she wants to be represented. The Galactic Championship idea might sound playful, but it speaks to something deeper. She wants her legacy to be bigger than just another title reign. She wants to reshape how women's championships are viewed in WWE. And here's something fans are buzzing about. With both stars thinking long-term but not indefinitely, WWE Creative needs to start building the next generation LO. Who's going to fill the void when CM Punk retires? Who's going to carry the women's division the way Becky has? These are questions WWE needs to answer sooner rather than later. Now let's talk about WWE's response to all this retirement talk. While WWE hasn't made an official statement specifically about CM Punk or Becky Lynch's retirement comments, the company has been actively promoting both superstars across their social media platforms. WWE's Twitter has been highlighting Punk's championship reign and Becky's pursuit of gold, showing that they're fully invested in maximizing both stars while they're still active.
Officer, we're talking all about.
You think I'm tired? Oh my God.
WWE just sent a clear warning message to one of their most volatile superstars. Braun Breaker has been suspended indefinitely after crossing a line that even the Vision couldn't pull him back from. And trust me, what went down between Breaker and Raw General Manager Adam Pearce was absolutely insane. Alright, let's set the scene. Monday Night Raw is broadcasting from the PSD Bank Dome in Düsseldorf, Germany, and tensions are already at an all-time high. The Vision, consisting of Braun Breaker, Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, and led by the legendary Paul Heyman, have been on a warpath for weeks. Their primary targets, Dragon Lee, Penta, and Rey Mysterio. These three luchadors have been standing toe-to-toe with one of the most dominant factions on Raw, and it's led to some incredible matches and even more incredible chaos.
Look at you! I was suspended! He's out of here! Hey, Brett, chill! Now you got Adam spitting everywhere? Goddamn! I want to see them fight.
On this particular night, a tag team match was scheduled. Bronson Reed and Austin Theory representing the Vision against Dragon Lee and Penta. Now, if you've been following Raw lately, you know that anytime the Vision is involved, things are going to get messy. But what happened during and after this match? Nobody saw it coming. The match itself was solid. Reed and Theory were dominating early on, showing exactly why the Vision has been such a threat. But Dragon Lee and Penta weren't backing down. These guys are warriors, and they started building momentum.
Jesus, God! Oh! Oh! I don't care if that person do it. God damn, Mom! Y'all gotta chill on Adam. Whoa! Whoa! Oh my God! No, he's going crazy.
Then, predictably, Logan Paul showed up at ringside trying to give the Vision the advantage, but Dragon Lee saw it coming. He managed to take Paul and Theory to the outside, then launched himself over the ropes in a spectacular dive, taking both men out. The crowd is going absolutely wild at this point, but here's where everything goes sideways. Out of nowhere, Braun Breaker charges through the arena like a freight train and destroys Dragon Lee with a devastating spear. The impact was sickening. The referee immediately calls for the disqualification, but Breaker isn't done. He slides into the ring and levels Penta with another brutal spear.
Chaos erupts on WWE Raw. Braun Breaker suspended. WWE Raw on January 12, 2026, at the PSD Bank Dome in Düsseldorf, delivered absolute chaos. What started as a tag match with the Vision versus Dragon Lee and Penta quickly spiraled out of control. Out of nowhere, Braun Breaker stormed the ring and nearly tore Dragon Lee apart with a brutal spear. Still fuming from last week's loss to CM Punk, Breaker ignored everyone, even GM Adam Pearce. When Pearce confronted him, Breaker shoved him in the corner, forcing officials to intervene. His stable finally let him out, but the damage was done. As a result, Adam Pearce suspended Braun Breaker indefinitely, leaving fans shocked and wondering when the powerhouse will return.
This is when Raw General Manager Adam Pearce decides he's seen enough. Pearce rushes down to ringside, trying to restore order and confront Breaker. But while Pearce is distracted, Bronson Reed takes advantage of the chaos and crushes Penta with a tsunami in the ring. And then, because apparently one spear to Dragon Lee wasn't enough, Breaker hits him with another one on the outside. Now here's where things get really serious. Adam Pearce has had enough. He gets right in Braun Breaker's face, and you can see the frustration and anger written all over the GM's expression. Pearce is yelling, trying to get through to Breaker, trying to make him understand he's gone too far. But Braun Breaker, he's completely unhinged. He's lost in the moment. His adrenaline is pumping, and he does the unthinkable. Breaker grabs Adam Pearce, pins him against the corner turnbuckle, and gets right in his face. For a moment, it looked like Breaker was about to spear the general manager himself. The entire arena held its breath.
I am ejecting you both from this arena tonight, and if I so much as smell you with this I will suspend you both indefinitely.
Thankfully, Paul Heyman, Bronson Reed, Austin Theory, and Logan Paul all rush in to pull Breaker away before things escalate even further. They're literally dragging him back, trying to calm their teammate down, but the damage has already been done. You could see it in Pearce's eyes. This was the final straw. Putting your hands on a WWE official, especially the general manager of Raw, that's crossing a line that has serious consequences. The action moves backstage, and Adam Pearce is furious. He catches up with Braun Breaker in the hallway, and this time, there's no discussion, no negotiation. Pearce makes it crystal clear. Braun Breaker is suspended indefinitely. That's right, folks, indefinitely. Not 1 week, not 2 weeks, but until further notice. Breakker is being sent home for his actions. This is WWE sending a clear message. No matter how talented you are, no matter how valuable you are to a faction, you cannot put your hands on WWE officials.
So, whoa. Oh, well, wait a minute. The challenger hoisting up the champion. Referee's discretion. Crescent kick under the
shot, man. Oh, yeah.
You gotta be kidding me. The World Heavyweight title on the line.
Oh, yes.
Connects her. Popping right up. Catch, release, bam!
We got a new champion.
Power
We got a new
slam
champion.
for the
We got a new
title.
champion.
But of course, this is the vision we're talking about, so there's always another layer. Paul Heyman, the wise oracle that he is, immediately confronts Pierce. And here's Heyman's argument. From his perspective, it was actually Adam Pierce who put his hands on Braun Breakker first during the confrontation. Heyman warns Pierce that this suspension is a huge mistake, and that the footage will prove the GM was the aggressor. Whether there's any truth to that or if it's just vintage Heyman spin, we'll have to wait and see. But one thing's for sure, the Vision is not happy about this decision, and they've made it clear this issue is far from finished. Now here's where it gets even more interesting. Shortly after Raw went off the air, Braun Breakker took to Twitter, or X, whatever we're calling it these days, to send his own message. Suspended? You can't suspend a force of nature. You can't chain what you can't control. At Scrap Daddy AP made a mistake, and the Vision always collects. See you soon, Raw. Unleashed as
I was New Japan Wrestling training you. I know that you had left WWE because of the creative issues. So
is that the reason?
That's what I read.
Oh, that's what you read. You weren't there. So no.
So what's the real reason?
Why would I tell you? Why would I just tell you?
I want to know.
You ain't gonna see my interview. You ain't gonna read my book. You ain't gonna see me in the future.
I do all of that. Yeah. I hope to see
all
you
right,
again.
then just wait. Then you just wait.
I got you.
Okay, cool. Thank you, JJ. Appreciate you. Keep on reading your fiction books, okay? What are we signing?
Listen to her. Don't listen to yourself.
Thank you.
Do I plan on returning to you-know-where soon? No.
WWE's biggest female stars potentially walking out, contract situations getting messy, and AEW waiting in the wings to scoop up the biggest names in the business. The real story behind Bayley's contract status, the shocking details of Mercedes Moné's WWE exit, and why this could trigger a domino effect that reshapes women's wrestling as we know it.
Hello, ding dong. I don't know who's running this page, but it's a little bit of false advertisement because the champion has not signed the contract for Hell in a Cell. You can burn it for all I care. Idiot! Shit!
But Bayley revealed that there's a year and a half left on her current WWE contract. They did her really dirty at WrestleMania. She wasn't hurt, and they just replaced her with Becky Lynch. There was a lot of sympathy for her backstage. You really had to feel for Bayley there. And she's one of those cases where it's like, what else is left for her to accomplish in WWE? She's done everything in this company, and maybe she wants to explore other options. Obviously, her and Mercedes Moné are very close. I don't know if I see her going to AEW. That's always a possibility. And, maybe she wants to do something outside of wrestling, and she revealed that as well. She has other options outside of wrestling that she'd like to accomplish. So we'll have to see. But what do you guys think about Bayley's deal being up soon, or what can you guys see her doing?
Let's start with the biggest name making waves right now, Bayley. The role model, the hugger, WWE's first ever Women's Grand Slam champion. She recently dropped a bombshell that has everyone talking. On Chris Van Vliet's podcast, Bayley confirmed she has about a year and a half left on her current WWE contract. That means her deal expires in late 2026. Now, normally, a wrestler of Bayley's caliber, someone who's accomplished literally everything in WWE, would be treated like the star she is, right? She wasn't even featured in the WrestleMania 42 promotional video showcasing the top women. That's straight up disrespectful to someone who's given 12 years of her life to this company. So where does Bayley go from here? Many believe she'll be looking to revitalize her career elsewhere, and that elsewhere, All Elite Wrestling. Imagine Bayley reuniting with Mercedes Moné in AEW, the Boss and Hug Connection 2.0. That's not just money, that's a game changer for women's wrestling.
Zane over here. Yeah. Zane, this is for you, okay? Yeah. Is it okay? You okay with this?
Now let's talk about the elephant in the room, Mercedes Moné, formerly known as Sasha Banks. Her exit from WWE is one of the most controversial stories in recent wrestling history, and the details are absolutely wild. On May 16, 2022, Mercedes and Naomi walked out of Monday Night Raw before their scheduled main event match. They were the WWE Women's Tag Team Champions at the time. According to WWE's official statement, they walked into John Laurinaitis' office, placed their championship belts on his desk, and